Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for Wednesday, January 29th, 2014. I am Astrologer David Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. With a big shout out to my pops. It's his birthday today. I love you very much, Dad. And on Friday, the big webinar going into February, the Mercury retrograde that's coming, the Mars retrograde, which happens on March 1st. So we've got to prep for that. And Venus, which is trying to get the hell out of Capricorn. There's so much to talk about. Check it out at the registration link below. And today, we've got the moon, which is still in Capricorn, trying to get out because the moon really wants to get out of Capricorn. Remember, the moon is in its opposite sign, and we're going to talk a lot about this moon. But before we get there, the sun in Aquarius. You know, we're in Aquarius time. We're in this electricity. There's epiphanies. There's this excitement that's brewing in our lives. And we're trying to get there. Believe me, when you mix all this Capricorn and Aquarius, it's this double-edged sword. You know, we're excited and we're ready to go to these exciting places in our life, yet there's work to do. There's plans. There's sometimes restriction. And we are waiting for a new moon, which is going to happen in the next 24 to 48 hours. And so it's a very interesting period to be in today, as the moon is really on its last edge here to try and finish out. It's in Capricorn, which is very restrictive, but more importantly, controlling. You know, it is all about figuring the plans out too, decisions. And there's all this energy which has really been brewing around Venus, because the moon passed over Venus and it also passed over Pluto last night. So there's these energies that are starting to form around the decisions we make in relationships, the decisions we make in the value systems in our life, the decisions we make in the roads that we want to take in our life. And as the moon is still finishing, we're still wanting to make decisions like this today, yet it's not the time. It's the time for us to explore all emotions, as Jupiter has been opposing Pluto. And Jupiter, which is opposing this Venus energy, which is retrograde, trying to go direct, there's a lot of vulnerability. There's a lot of emotions to sort through, and we're not at that time of fully understanding that yet. There's still more to uncover. Remember, we have Pluto in the mix, and Pluto wants to unearth everything and show everything off. You know, it's Venus is getting naked. Woohoo! And believe me, Libras do like to get naked. But the whole funny thing is, this is exposing so much that are in the old stories, the past stories, and how does all this start to really come together? This is Aquarius, this alien energy that we're stepping into, this excitement. The epiphanies is like we're starting to get it, as I think we're starting to see that there are reasons why the people have come into our life. There are reasons why we've been put in the situations that we're dealing with right now. But finishing or closing the old story and stepping into this new story, we're in the in-between world. Welcome to the weird portal that a Venus retrograde brings on Pluto opposing Jupiter in the middle of a cardinal cross. Confusing energy. Plus you've got Mars, you've got Mercury, we've got all these planets which are starting to slow down. And when you start to see planets slow down, the universe is starting to really have us focus on these very specific spots in our life and be conscious and aware of them. Now today's a great day for getting jobs done, getting work done, making plans. But it's about our long-term plans here. This is the test to the awareness of those that are starting to see their long-term plans come together, opposed to the control freaks. You know, a dark moon in Capricorn can really expose a control freak. And we do not want to become control freaks in our life. We've got comfort levels, yes, and we have plans that we want to take care of, as these two places are opposing. You know, we want to be comfy, but we've got to go to work. You know, one thing about Capricorn is it has to do with suits and ties and nice attire while we go to work. But when you come home in the comfort land, it's sweats and PJs and The Bachelor and chicken noodle soup. You know, we've got these areas that are in an intense opposition. How can we actually make our achievements happen, our emotions become happy, pick the relationships without hurting certain people? I mean, this is just not an easy task. And this new moon is going to bring us the freedom that it wants to go into these energies, to have these epiphanies, and to free ourselves into the electricity that this new energy is starting to come into our lives. But we're at that trailer, which is like being, you know, towed behind our life of shedding, and like we finally get to disconnect it soon, but we're not there. So today, allow things to happen. Do not become a control freak today. If you have predetermined things that were set up, do those things. But don't add anything new to your plate today. Today we want to release. In many cultures that follow the moon cycle, this is a time to release, to let go, to dissolve. And we're at a deep dissolving period today. I also think it's an important day as Mercury is finishing up in Aquarius. There's a lot to question, there's a lot to ponder in our life and to figure out. And that's what this is about, is starting to figure things out. There's more to figure out. There's more to have epiphanies on. We're not there yet. The new moon is starting to form. Remember, the last new moon was at the beginning on New Year's Day of this year. So we're closing a monthly moon cycle and it's trying to close today. Don't get caught up in somebody who's trying to reach at the table and grab at the first roll before even, letting other people do it or letting, even all the dinner be served. This is the day where some people will try and make things happen today or push their agendas hard or, try and come out with a new product today or a new website when they're just off. They're not paying attention. And you'll see that in people. So use this as a day to start to see in your life who are the people around me that are aware, who are the people that are looking at the long-term plans, waiting for the right setups from the universe to step in, because the universe has been doing that. The universe is trying to set things up still, not have you, I'm sure you're realizing in your life that you're being set up for something really big. And we're almost there. So it's a very exciting time, Look at your long-term plans today and the excitement of that, opposed to trying to control everything and maybe even trying to have that excitement now, when this is the time to be exciting about the planning, opposed to the excitement of, what you can do right now, if that all makes sense. Check out my website, inclusiveastrology.com, if you have any questions or if you want to have a one-on-one reading. Thank you so much for all of your support, and I will see you tomorrow.